welcome back to the channel Tarot Yogi. I'm Vinit, I read tarot intuitively, and today we're doing another timeless pickacard reading on November 2022 predictions. So we're going to look at what to expect in terms of love, money, health, career, and the overall theme for the month of November. So pile number 1, we have the Botticelli Tarot. Pile number 2, we have the Hermetic Tarot. Pile number 3, we have the Visconti. So take a minute, see what pile is being called to you intuitively. The description box below will have the timestamp for your pile. And again, remember, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. And I'll see you guys in your reading. Thank you. Hey pile number 1, if you chose the Botticelli Tarot, this is going to be your November predictions. So angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters, star family, they're asking what is going to be November like for my pile number 1s. What can they expect in love, money, career, finance, health, work, and the overall theme? What can pile number 1 expect this November? We thank you for the clear, concise messages and always guiding us. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, star family. What is pile number 1's November going to be like? What can my pile number 1's expect this November? Okay, pile number 1. So we have the Ace of Chalices, the Sun, 8 of Swords, 4 of Cups, Knight of Cups, the Emperor, 7 of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Knave of Swords. So when it comes to love, expect a new cycle to start. And I don't think you're going to get back with someone who is like an ex of yours, but it's going to be a whole new cycle for yourself, so you will be definitely moving towards a new relationship. I don't see that this person will come in November, but the cycle is going to start. And how is the cycle going to start? By you starting to pour all the love within yourself, So we have Mother Mary here with baby Jesus. So, I think you really have to sort of reparent yourself in the month of November. And I think you will be in a better place to start reparenting yourself. I think you really need to start pouring all the love that you pour into other people into yourself. What would your life look like then? And that's what it's actually going to look like in November. So it's going to be a whole new start. You're not going to have anyone from your past coming back to harass you. No narcissistic ex. No, nothing from your past basically. That is what Spirit is really emphasizing. So just expect to fall in love with someone brand new. Because you are brand new right now. And expect a lot of money to come in. We have the Sun card, so expect a lot of inflow of abundance in terms of finances, cash, money. You're going to have enough in the month of November. You're also going to be making more money. So if you have been working really hard on a business, just know it's really happening, even though you may not see it. You'll at least start trickling in some of the finances, some of the money, some of the investments you've made. It'll come back to you. When it comes to health, I'm not seeing anything crazy, but I'm totally seeing you being stuck in your head. And I think you really need to know that the worst is over and the history is not going to repeat itself unless you want it to. I think you've really learned all your lessons from the past. And I'm again not seeing anything crazy in terms of health, but you have to keep your mind outside the gutter. And at times, when you have self-limiting beliefs, you just take your mind and put it in the garbage. Because you have to stop believing everything that your mind says about you. Your eyes are only going to say what your mind tells it to see. So don't let your erroneous cognition affect you, and just be out of your head. I think you need to be more embodied, you know. And my nose is itchy, so you definitely need to not be very much stuck in your head. I feel a lot of y'all need to go out in nature, spend time in nature, ground your energy, go for a walk, go to a forest if you have access. That's really going to be helpful. I feel at times you may get a little bored when it comes to work in the month of November, but I just want you to know that you do have great prospects happening, and sometimes the growth is internal more than external, and you sort of have to be patient with yourself during that time, because it's going to be very imperative, because you're sort of integrating yourself to a new reality, and that is never easy. Let me say that. But I think finally you will be in a place, despite feeling boredom at times, maybe feeling a little depressed at times, you will still have the inner currents to push you to where you need to be. That's totally going to happen. You know, you're going to be taking on new projects, and it's going to be very worthwhile. And I need you to know that yes, there may be certain gossip around you, but let me tell you, you know, if you have no haters, you're not living right. You know, so it's just petty gossip. It's nothing important, and these are just people you've left in the past, so pay them no mind. You know, you keep looking forward and keep doing what you're doing, because you're doing amazing, sweetie, you know. So keep doing what you're doing, and the month of November is going to be you really standing in your own power, and you being very action oriented. Doesn't matter whether you're a male or a female or anything in between. You sort of have to start embodying your emperor energy. You know, you very much have it within you. You're meant to be pioneers, you're of some kind, and you have to be very action focused and very action based. You know, so if you see certain opportunities coming towards you, you just have to grab it and just go for it. You know, because you will have the energy, the resources. Even if you feel you don't have the resources, know that they will come in. You very much will have everything you need to get something done over here, and you will be in this energy of doing things. So don't shy away from that. And I feel you may have a lot of people who will fight you, maybe even your family or friends, and you will feel it's you against the world. But you sort of have to keep fighting for your beliefs, because only you know what you're doing over here, and that's beautiful. You know, we have the High Priestess, so the vision you have that you're going after, not everyone has this, and you have to understand this. Not everyone has the same vision as you, and there's a reason that other people don't have it and you do. You know, so at times people who cannot see your vision, who cannot see where you have to go, and only you know where you have to go, right? And you cannot let those people sway you. So you may feel you may have to ask people to back off if they need be, but don't be afraid. Don't be afraid at all, because you're very much going to be in a lot of power in the month of November. You know, you're very going to be super powerful over here. You're going to be large and in charge, so to speak. And I feel some of y'all may want to study, so get back, study a little, read a book. It changes things for you, trust me. So keep your head above the water, most importantly. Don't be stuck in your head. Please ground your energy. And just know that new cycles for you are starting. You know, the worst is over. That is really the message over here for you in the month of November. And take some time off for yourself. You know, at least spend 5-10 minutes in solitude. It's going to be very beneficial and very helpful to you as you keep moving forward. And just know that you will know when it's the right time to take action. So don't stress yourself about it, you know. Really don't stress yourself about it, because you will know exactly when to do what. And this will also help you sort of come out of your head, you know. So again, earth yourself, you know, ground your energy. It's going to be very helpful. And keep your eyes on the prize. I think that is the main goal over here. You know, you're very close to achieving your goal, so to speak, and the closer you are, the more you want to give up. You know, so just remember that every time you sort of want to give up. You know, there is no giving up now. You're almost there, trust me. So overall, it seems like a very positive month. We'll shuffle some oracle and see. Any additional messages here? Pile number 1. Too many cards. We'll take this. We'll take this. And we'll take this. Okay. Okay, fine, we'll take all of them. So we have balsamic moon, new moon in Pisces, full moon in Gemini, and blue moon. So it's a time for healing. Like I said, no one from your past is going to come back. So even if they try to come back, please block them. No one can harass you on your phone. No one can harass you on your time. You decide who gets how much of your time. Please remember, you are in charge. You are the boss. And it's a time to meditate and contemplate. So like I said, you need at least 5-10 minutes away from everything. Keep your phone down. And just really spend that time alone with yourself. It's going to do wonders. 5-10 minutes every day is a lot over a month. And that's going to be very, very helpful for you in November. And like I said, I was speaking about your vision, and we have the fixed moon which says hold your vision. So I think that's very self-explanatory. I sort of went over it. The answers you need are coming. So, I feel a lot of y'all are expecting certain closures, and sometimes it's the audacity and the disrespect. That is the closure. But you will get the closure you need. But you will only get the answers the more you start following your path. It's not just going to come out of anywhere, so to speak. You have to keep following your life's path, and then everything that you've gone through will start making sense. So that's what, the answers you need are coming. You just have to be a little patient and believe in the impossible, So sky is the limit over here, The worst is over, and only you are limiting yourself right now. So there's truly no point limiting yourself, right? So just go 100 is what I'm trying to say over here. And really the sky is the limit for you. So you can achieve anything. You can manifest whatever you want over here, so to speak, You just have to keep remembering who you are. Never forget who you are. And all the greatness that you're hoping for, it's not going to come from outside. It's going to come from within you. And there's going to be a lot of harmony and balance for you in the month of November. Yeah. A lot of blues. I'm seeing a lot of blues and purples. So your higher chakras are going to be very, very triggered and activated. I feel a lot of y'all need to start speaking your truth, especially if you're in the public eye, if you have a tarot channel, whatever, YouTube channel, you really, really need to start speaking your truth. And you will be getting a lot of downloads too. So if you're getting crazy dreams, write them down. They may not make sense to you then, but they will make sense to you eventually. So please write down your dreams, because you're going to get a lot of downloads in the month of November, and you're going to have to communicate them. I feel a lot of y'all are my high priestesses, you are my psychics, my mediums, my tarot readers, my astrologers, my Reiki people, my yoga teachers. So just know everything happening in your life right now is not a mere coincidence. And don't try to bypass anything happening to you right now, because it's going to be very, very important the further you go along the road, so to speak, over here. Yeah, so that's all I have. Again, for pile number 1, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below, so you can definitely reach out. And I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. Hey, pile number 2, if you chose the Hermetic Tarot, this is going to be your November predictions. So you're asking angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters, star family today. What can my pile number 2s expect this November in terms of love, money, health, career, work, and the overall theme? How is pile number 2's November going to look like? We thank you for these clear, concise, and accurate messages. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters, and we're ever so grateful for always being guided by y'all, especially when we need it the most. What is pile number 2's? What is pile number 2's November going to look like? Okay. Pile number 2. So we have the Chariot, 7 of Pentacles, King of Cups, the Devil, Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups, 3 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, and King of Pentacles. So we clearly have money on our minds, pile number 2, isn't it? A lot of money on your mind, which is great. You know, I'm an earth sign, so I totally get it. You know, stability is the most important thing. Everything, you know, else follows afterwards. So let's start with love, then we'll get into the finances. If you are in a relationship, just know that things will progress, things will get better. And if you're not in a relationship, just know that you're moving towards one, a good one, you know. But I think you very much are in the process of giving yourself the love. So keep doing what you're doing. It's working out amazing. I feel a lot of y'all are working out, eating good, sleeping on time. So please maintain that. Even if it becomes a little challenging in the month of November, make sure you're giving yourself that love, nurture, care. You know, just because one bad thing goes off doesn't mean that it ruins all the hard work you have put in. You know, so don't forget that. Don't forget all the hard work you have sort of laid down to get to where you are right now. So, you know, so please have a lot of gratitude and a lot of respect for yourself, how far you've come, because you've come a long way. And this is a time to invest. This is the time to invest your money or for money in your business, whatever it is. You have to keep investing. You know, you may not see the results right away, but this is the time when you put in the work. You know, you sow the seeds when it comes to money. So investments are going to be very, very important. Or even if whatever you're doing, just put in the hard work. It's going to be different for everyone, you know. So just make sure you show up for your work and you do all the necessary steps it takes. I'm getting a lot of paperwork for some reason. So if there's paperwork, please get it done. It's all going to be very, very beneficial at the end, you know. So not the time to be lazy in November at all. And I see that you're coming out of a dark time emotionally, you know. You're feeling more balanced. You finally feel you have some footing over your own emotions. You know, I feel things have been very haywire for you, and you know, I totally get that, pile number 2. But just know that your health is directly related to your emotions, you know. So make sure you're in a happy zone. Make sure you're in a good place. And I don't see that you're going to be very swayed by your emotions. You know, even if you have a moment of weakness, it's going to be just that, and you're going to keep it moving, you know. So that is great news. That is great news, you know. So just keep your head above the water, and when you're making decisions, don't make them emotionally in the month of November. That's going to be very, very important over here. No emotional decisions. No drunk calling anyone. Pile number 2. Please remember. I feel at times you may feel stuck in work. You know, despite you putting in all these investments, you're going to feel very stuck at times. You know, you could be a Capricorn, but or you could just feel as if your work environment is not really nice and all that. But sometimes that is exactly what you need to grow. You know, that is exactly what you need to grow over here. So there is no bypassing it. Just make sure you get through it. There's no way for me to sugarcoat this. You know, it's going to be hard, but you're going to very much have a rebirth over here. You know, things are going to start looking up for you, for sure. I guarantee that. But you may feel a little stuck. You may feel a little bound. You may feel as if you're powerless and you don't have a choice. Let me tell you, you do have a choice. And you're working towards your highest potential. And sometimes working towards your highest potential is more internal work than external when it doesn't show externally. You know, so what you have to do is make sure that you find happiness no matter what is happening around you, no matter what is happening to you. You know, you have to find your happiness regardless of what is happening, because you very much have it within you to keep yourself happy no matter how much the circumstances around you change. You know, that's going to be a very important message for pile number 2 in the month of November. And I feel a lot of y'all have been scared. I feel a lot of y'all have been paranoid. A lot of y'all have been just sort of going in circles, and I feel a lot of y'all are just scared of your own potential over here. And you're not going to be that anymore. You're going to be blazing forward. You're going to be trailblazing to wherever you want and you need to be, you know. So you will feel a lot of fear, but you will also have all the courage you need and more to overcome it, you know. So be very committed, be very steadfast. Consistency and delayed gratification over anything, you know, especially these days. You know, we're just so like dopamine induced, and we just need constant gratification. And month of November is going to be a little challenging for you, but it's nothing beyond your jurisdiction. This is nothing beyond your power, so to speak, over here. So you very much have it within you to get through, and don't be afraid. Not being afraid doesn't mean you don't feel fear. You feel it, but you keep charging forward regardless. So be true to your convictions and be true to yourself more than anything in the month of November. No one can make you do anything unless you want to do it, because you have the power. Please remember that. Please call all your power back to yourself. You do have agency. I feel someone here feels as if they don't. Let me tell you, you do have agency, no matter how bad your situation gets, and you owe it to yourself. You have to be accountable to yourself to keep your head above water and just keep charging forward. You're not going to just let one tiny thing ruin all the progress that you've made over here, But overall, I see that you're making bounds and leaps towards your legacy wealth. I feel a lot of y'all are very independent. A lot of y'all could be my earth signs: Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Sagittarius, Cancer. But I just really want y'all to know that it's going to be a very important month for you to solidify your legacy, So the foundational bricks are more important than the bricks on the top, right? It is the foundation that has to withstand years, aging, storms, flooding, fire, everything, right? So you're sort of laying that foundation down, and you truly know the value of it, So be patient with it. There's no need to rush. There's no need to hurry. You're very much on divine timing over here. And a lot of y'all are working with spirit. You may feel you're very, very alone. So just know that some of y'all, you will attract some members of your soul tribe. Or even if you don't meet any friends at the end of the day and you still feel alone, I just truly want y'all to know that what you're doing is you're co-creating with spirit right now. And on the outside, it may look as if you're alone, and it may even feel alone at times, but you will be bombarded by signs and synchronicities, and every time you see that, it should relax you, it should comfort you. Every time you see an angel number or something, it should really calm you. And I have an angel number reading on the channel, so you may want to check that out. But just know that you're doing some very, very important work in the month of November, and there's no bypassing it in any way. And the passions will come. I feel a lot of y'all are bored. I feel a lot of y'all are just kind of over it. A lot of y'all are burnt out, a little weary, but you've got this. You've really, really got this. The passions will come back to you. You will be emotionally invested in what you're doing. I feel a lot of y'all aren't as emotionally invested in what you're doing as you used to be. So that desire for the self to do something will come back. And let me tell you, that is enough. That is enough to do anything. Nothing has more value than that. So it is going to come to you, and this is going to be a very magical time for you. You could be a Scorpio, you could have any prominent Scorpio placements, but just know that good times are rolling in. They may come a little slow, but just know that they are coming in, and you will start seeing the changes in the month of November over here, so to speak. Shuffle some oracle. Any additional messages? Something I forgot. Any additional messages? Yes, Spirit. Okay, cards are flying today. We have full moon in Sagittarius and full moon. Look at the bigger picture and surrender to the divine. So I feel a lot of things that have been left unsaid, certain narcissistic people from your life, certain exes, they will be exposed. You will get your justice over here, and what you're really called over here is to look at the bigger picture, because spoiler alert, you're the winner regardless, even if you're not winning. You're the kind of people, you really need to know this, file number 2, that even if you're losing, you're still winning. And sometimes all it takes is a shift of perception to sort of excuse yourself from your circumstances and just observe it more objectively. I know it is easier said than done, but when you're able to do this for yourself, it really helps you grow. it really just takes away all this heaviness that you sort of feel, you know, it'll just pour out of you. And I feel a lot of y'all are very control freaky, you know, you just love to control things, you love to assert control, just to feel secure. And I'm not even saying this is a bad thing, you know, this is like a defense mechanism, but it's clearly not working for you anymore. So the month of November, you're going to have to learn to surrender more. The more you surrender, the easier things will come for you. You know, you'll sort of just naturally fall into alignment. And like I said, you know, even if you think you're losing, you're still winning. So please remember this moving forward in November. It's going to be a very, very important lesson. My nose is itchy, so confirmation. Got some makeup. Yeah. So that's all I have. Again, for pile number 2 is, again, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. If you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below, so you can definitely reach out for a private reading, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. Hey, pile number 3, if you chose the Visconti deck, this is going to be your reading on November predictions. So we're asking angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended master, star family today. How is pile number 3's November going to look like? What can pile number 3 expect in terms of love, money, health, career, finance, and the overall arching theme for the month of November? What does pile number 3 need to know the most about November? What can they expect? How is the November going to look like? We thank you for all the clear, concise, and accurate messages, spirits, angels, ancestors, ascended master, star family. We are so very grateful for being guided by y'all, especially when we need it the most, even though we don't see it at the time. So very grateful. Okay, pile number 3, we have the Death, Judgment, the Moon card, 8 of Cups, Ace of Discs, the Emperor, Knight of Swords, the Chariot, the Devil card. Sorry, it's a relatively new deck. I'm not used to it. It doesn't just come to me. Okay, so let's start with love. If you are in a relationship, you most likely will be breaking up. Again, it's a general reading, you know, take what resonates, leave the rest. You will know if this message is for you. You know, if you've already been having certain troubles in your relationship, things haven't been going right, just know that there is going to be at least a death of the old ways. You know, the way things have been, the way you have been sort of going is not going to work for you anymore, you know. If you've been settling for crumbs, it's not going to cut it for you anymore. And if you are single, just know that there is a lot of transformation happening within you right now. And it may feel very uncomfortable. And I'm not saying that you're going to find someone new in the month of November, but you're going to be very much purging. You're very much going to be purging the older beliefs that you had about yourself and the kind of love you expect to have in your life. You know, so there's definitely going to be a death of the old ways, whether you're single or you're not. You know, things are never going to be the same for you, especially when it comes to love and even self-love over here, you know. So I think you really have to focus on yourself in the month of November, even December, you know. So your focus and your priority should be you. You are number one right now. And even if your partner doesn't get it, they need to get it, or they can take a hike. I see that money opportunities are coming in, regardless of what is happening in love, your personal life, which may seem a little messy. You're going to have a lot of opportunities when it comes to money. You're going to have a lot of opportunities in the air that you're just going to be able to grab. So be smart, be intuitive, know when to take action, and just go for it. You really just have to go for it. Because you will have opportunities coming to you in the month of November. You know, so if you're looking forward to making some extra cash, it is going to come to you. But be vigilant, keep your eyes open, and keep your ears open. You know, and rest till the time these opportunities come to you, because when these opportunities will come to you, you don't want to be drained. You sort of don't want to be like reminiscing over the past. You know, past is redundant. You have to be sort of over it, you know, in order to truly get the most of these opportunities coming to you now. So you sort of have to learn to live in the present. The more you're able to live in the present, the easier it will be for you to recognize these opportunities coming to you, especially towards money, you know, because you're going to have money coming in. For health, please get a checkup. If something is wrong, don't hesitate, don't put it off for a few days, get a checkup. I'm not saying that there's something crazy with your health, but you may have something that is perhaps undiagnosed, and it may sort of come up to surface at this time. Again, it's a general reading. It's not going to be applicable for everyone, but if you heard this and it freaked you out a little, probably you should get checked. Whatever, you know, do all blood tests. Whatever tests, just go to the doctor, get it done. It's going to be important. Yes. Because again, I'm not seeing something crazy. Maybe it'll be just something like throat infection or COVID or something, but I just want you to know that don't take your health lightly in the month of November. Don't sleep less. Make sure you're sleeping, you're eating okay, you're eating good. That's going to be important to sort of maintain the goodness of your health, you know. And not the time to be excessively smoking or drinking. So maybe do it in moderation. I'm not saying don't do it, but I'm just saying do it in moderation if, you know, circumstantially you really feel the need to do it. So keep that in mind. Don't take your health lightly in the month of November. That's going to be very, very, very important. When it comes to work, I see that there's going to be some dissatisfaction. I see that you will walk away. And like I said, you know, it makes sense with the new opportunities. You know, the more new opportunities will come to you, the more okay you will be okay leaving a very comfortable job that you have, you know, because I feel a lot of y'all are just tired of your everyday, and you will finally have the courage and the guts to walk away towards something more meaningful. And if you're especially switching careers, again, it's going to be different for everyone in this pile, but if that is happening, you know, or even if you're doing the same business, don't fight. You may have a lot of fights with people, but I'm not saying turn a blind eye, but I'm saying kind of be the bigger person and just understand that there is no value in fighting someone, because it's a waste of your energy, it's a waste of their energy. You haven't really achieved anything out of it. So every time you even sense a conflict, walk away. That's very powerful to do. And I know it may frustrate you, it may really anger you, you may be like, what the hell, Vinit, but walk away. Don't waste your energy and your time, your very precious resources on anyone or anything that you sort of want to give a side eye to, you know. So your intuition is very much going to be highlighted, and you will almost be put into places which will be beneficial for you, or you will be removed from places which are no longer beneficial to you, you know. So be very okay being detached in the month of November, you know. Vairagya, detachment is going to be very, very important for you, and sort of keeping your composure and not losing it, basically, you know. So don't try to rage, or even if you want to rage personally in your private space with your friends or something. I would say if you have to rage alone, you know. Give yourself that time in the day, you know. Okay, 9 p.m., 9 to 9:30, I'm going to do this, and then suck yourself back up and keep it moving, because it's going to be very important for you to keep your head above the water, especially when things around you are not going to, you know, they're sort of going to test you. So walk away from any conflict. It's not going to serve you in the month of November. People are not worth it. People are not worth your time, energy. People are not even worth your words. Even if you have someone from the past coming back to harass you, just say that you have nothing left to say and keep it moving. No one can harass you on your phone. No one can harass you on your time. You give people the power that you want to give them. So that's going to be very, very important over here to just keep going with the flow. Every time you feel resistance, or if you feel resistance in your external world, stop yourself, ask yourself, do I need to resist? No, then you will let go. Letting go is going to be very, very important for you in the month of November, because it will help you bring in these new energies, because you're already going through transformation, and transformations are not nice, they're not easy, but that is exactly what you need. The growth is only going to happen outside your comfort level. And I'm a Taurus. Let me tell you, comfort is the most important thing to me, but I do realize that I'm never going to get to where I truly need to be if I'm more focused on being comfortable than, making these videos, for example. So keep your eyes on the prize and keep it moving. That's going to be very, very important. And despite all this, you're going to be in your emperor energy. Like I said, you have the power. You have the knowledge, you know exactly what needs to be done, and you're going to do it, so be very quick to act. You're going to have these opportunities, but these opportunities will just fly in the air if you don't grab them and do what needs to be done with them. So I feel timing is also going to be very essential for you, not in the way that you're going to run out of time, but you will know exactly what to do when, and then don't procrastinate. You would rather do something and fail than to live with the regret of not doing that. Right? So you have the power in the month of November, and don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. Please keep this in mind moving forward, because you will be tested. And let me tell you, you're not living right if you don't have haters. You need to at least have 5 to 10 haters at any given time. It means you're doing something right. So even if you have people gaslighting you, use all that negativity to gaslight yourself to do better, because you have it within you. Sky is the limit for you over here. You are the boss. You are showing up here as the boss. Even if you have people fighting with you in workplaces, whatever, just think about it. Would your superheroes be that super if they didn't have some street corner goons that they had to beat up? So just think of your enemies as street corner goons that you sort of have to beat up to get to where you need to be. It's only by your enemies, so to speak, your haters, do you realize the strength of your own power and your own tenacity. And I feel that is very much going to be November for you. So you will pass in this test, but keep your head above water. Don't react out of emotions. Even if you're feeling angry, count till 5, bring yourself back together. See if you can revisit this conversation, revisit whatever thought, feeling you have, and don't be reactionary. Have a response. That is okay. Take time, decipher it, feel it, have a response, but focus on not having reactions in the month of November, because I am sensing there are people who sort of want you to be out of character, but you don't even have time for that. You don't even have time to give unimportant people some importance so they would feel validated. There's just no time for that for you anymore. You have to keep it moving. So yes, you're going to know when it's the right time to take action. So don't stress yourself about it. Don't think that time is running out. Where are my opportunities? They will come to you. And you will know exactly what to do when, like I said. So before that happens, keep yourself calm. Declutter. Let everything that needs to go away, go away. So you will not be as heavy to take the necessary action. The Knight of Swords is sort of with a knight on a horse with a sword. It's sort of the lightest of the knights. It's just going with the air, going with the flow, not resisting. Also using the wind, using the flow of things, so to speak, in your life to further catapult you to where you need to be. And that's going to happen. You will know when to take decisive action, so to speak, over here. And that is going to lead to a lot of movement. There is going to be a lot of movement in your life in ways you may not even recognize, but just know that there is movement happening, especially internally. You're shifting your frequency, you're shifting your vibration, and that is a very big deal. And you may feel bound at times, you may feel bound to yourself, you may feel bound to your circumstances, your situations. Let me tell you, you're not bound to anything. And if anything makes you feel that way, just walk away. And if you feel you don't have the power, call your power back to yourself. I feel power is going to be a very important theme for you in the month of November, but I just want you to know that nothing is beyond your jurisdiction over here. You know, you've really got this. And if anyone tells you otherwise, tell them to go fuck themselves. You know, because there's nothing beyond you over here, so to speak. And all the tests are just temporary for you to come victorious out of it, you know. Like, a Superman would never get anxious over like a street corner goon. You know, he would beat up like 100 of them in like less than 5 minutes. And that's what I'm trying to say, you know, you are the Superman here. You know, you have the super strength, you have the superpowers. And you're not going to reach greatness if you don't beat up a few bad guys on the way, so to speak. Metaphorically, don't hit anyone, you know. I'm not telling all to like fist fight people, that's not cool. But you know, metaphorically, read them if you may. Yeah, but there's definitely going to be a death of the old ways over here. And you're going to feel brand new by the end of November, I promise. And it makes sense, right? November is going to be, and we're already in Scorpio season, so, you know, just ride that Scorpion wave, so to speak. Shuffle some oracles, see if I've missed anything over here. Any additional messages? Something I missed? Conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. So, you're very, very close to where you need to be. Now is not the time to stop. Now is not the time to give up. Now is not the time to even complain. If you want to complain, fine, complain, but keep it moving. Now is not the time to be stuck in your head. This is not the time to be stagnating. Like I said, you know, just because one thing didn't work out for you doesn't mean you're going to like not acknowledge the 9 good things that are happening in your life. You can be grateful wherever you are in your life. You don't need to have a Bentley to feel grateful, you know. So you're very, 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 very close to where you need to be, and the only person getting in your way is you. Please remember this. And even then, take yourself out of your own way, because you're meant to achieve greatness, and it's not going to happen being in your comfort zone. You really need to know this. Yeah. So that's all I have with pile number 3. Again, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It really helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. And I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you.